Hey folks, I got a cool chart for you. I was looking at gold today. I just finished up recording the fourth private lesson in my video series, and I came across something really cool on gold that I actually only noticed in hindsight. But I do wish I traded this, and I'm going to explain why, because this is just such a clean chart. And well, since I'm going to explain this, I might as well just publish it on TradingView too. So just give me a second. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna record a video. Oh, perfect. Hey folks, I just wanted to mention something I noticed on this gold chart because it is just too clean to pass up. Okay? And I do need to load up a quick instance. Nah, we're good. Okay. So, guess what happens when I change this to the 180 period? I'm choosing the 180 period because it was the longest overexpanded period as defined by Wave PM. I'm just doing that on memory. I don't actually have the Wave PM loaded up. So let's change our 200 period to 180 and talk about what happened here and why I like it so much. Okay. So everybody, I broke it. Timeout loops, my favorite. Okay. Beautiful. So we had an instance of implied mean reversion. And let's talk about this, guys, okay? So the immediate reaction of everybody on gold right now was to draw in yours truly a bear flag. Beautiful. So we have our bear flag drawn. I'm sorry, a bull flag. This is a bull flag, right? It's on the end of an upward move. You expect continuous upward movement. Okay? Everybody is expecting an upward break. So guess what happens, my friends? Because our 180 period was overexpanded, guess what happens when we re-enter the 180 band? Well, that's the condition for mean reversion to the relative mean. But if we change this to an 18 period CCI for entry, we can actually get a short entry for this bad boy. So here's the fun thing. When we re-enter the 180 band at this location, it's implied that we're going to revert to the 180 moving average, right? Well, guess what? We're still on the bull flag. Implied downward moves are at this location, right? The condition is changed to mean reversion, not an upward move. But guess what? Nobody stopped out yet because we're still contained in the bull flag. So guess what happens next? We wait for our 18 period CCI roll down, right? Our 1/10 period. At this location, we catch our short entry a good 8 candles before we break the bear flag, right? Guess what, guys? This is actually even like a fake breakout because we have our candle close up above the top edge of the bull flag too. But we know it's a short entry. Why? Because mean reversion is implied. It is implied that we will revert down to the relative 180 moving average. But the bull flag is still intact. Now, guess what happens when the trend line breaks? We're in a short from up here. But when the trend line breaks, everybody stops out, and we get a huge red candle that pushes price toward an event that we would already know was going to happen. And that's why this is just such a fun chart, right? Because we have the implied mean reversion while it's still in a bear flag. So as soon as price pushes outside the bull flag, we get confirmation of something that we are already in. And we know that when all these people stop loss, it's going to be a very violent move for our trade. It was just so clean. I just had to mention it. But, okay, that's my rant for the day. Well, I'm going to do like another Bitcoin update, so you'll see me again soon. All right, this was fun. Talk to y'all later. Hooray. Let's set up another chart. Hi, folks. How are you? Time to do our Bitcoin update. I just really wanted to rant about that gold chart because it was just so clean. I am live, right? Yeah, I'm live. Cool. All right, we got implied mean reversion on Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. Three-wave PM loading up? Yeah, it's taking its time. Beautiful. We have our 110 period as our longest over expanded. Let's get it loaded up. And then we'll define our previous trend. 180? Yeah, let's get the 180 loaded as well. 1 second. Hooray! Yeah, let's just make this invisible. We'll just use this. Cool, we're good to go. All right, time for the next trading view idea. Let's do it. BTC. Fun fact, let's talk about today in Bitcoin. That's not even a fact. Okay, whatever. So, right, as long as we are below the bottom edge of this band, right, our adaptive MA, moving average band, trend is implied, okay? And that's true for both scenarios because it represents the longest over expanded period, which will represent trend for us. So, very fun fact. As long as we're outside it, trend is defined in a downward motion. As soon as we return inside the band, well, it is implied we will revert to the relative mean. Beautiful. And this is true whether we are above or below. So in this instance, where we are above, we have a very nice short upward trend, but when we return inside, bop, we revert to the relative mean. Plunges straight through, and now we get a downward trend, right? So now we have a downward trend. But guess what happens when we return inside the relative band? We need to revert to the relative mean. Goodness gracious, what have we just done? We reverted to, you guessed it, the 110 moving average on the nose. But now we're actually seeing a nice little price rejection. Wow. Guess what price is going to do now, guys? It's going to trade laterally as defined by this longest over expanded period. So Bitcoin will not go outside the following price range until our mass reading is below the 0.7 value. Okay? So Bitcoin is going to stay between these two lines at least for 24 hours. Right? We're on the 1 hour chart. This is going to compress rather quickly. So let's see what happens. We're going to get some lateral moves. Probably the upside, probably the downside. All I know is we're going to stay in this band. Okay? If you want to load this band up onto your chart to see how well respected this is, just load up a 180 period 1.25 standard deviation onto your chart for the best results. Okay? Because this mean inversion is clean. We just completed it. And, well, these mean inversions don't fail. They just happen over and over and over. I'm going to do it one more time. Come here, buddy. Shoot. Okay. 3D wave PM kind of breaks trading view. I'm going to be honest. This lag is unbearable. Okay, well, they're going to keep this a short trading view idea. Ha! End over. Come on. Okay, I'm going to end this trading view idea. It's just too much. There we go. And over. And over. And over. And over. Okay, point made. Goodbye. Cool. How we doing, guys? Having fun? I don't have my phone on me. I can't read your comments. I'll be right back. BRB. I've returned. Let's check your comments. Hi, everybody. Okay, FUSD, let's do it. You know, it's just going to be the same as Bitcoin, right? Oh, there was one thing I was going to say on Bitcoin, right? That downward wick we had, this bad boy, guess why it happened? Because we had compressing mass and you can't re-expand a band until that period of mass has reached below the 0.7 value. Of course, it was still above 0.9 even, so this downward wick had to fail. Why? Well, because it would require an unrealistic amount of force to continue pushing price in that direction. Okay, so, you know, as soon as our adaptive MA loads up, you'll just see that we reverted to the mean, and we're just going to have the same pivots as Bitcoin, right? Those same lines. So, lateral trading, beautiful. Oh, actually, this still has a little bit further to go. That's nice. Oh, no, it doesn't. That's a nuisance. We actually had this completed mean reversion here. But the wick didn't... I gotta change that setting. Hold on. Wicks do count for mean reversions. Cool. That should do the trick. Yeah, so this reverted to mean, I guess we need to load up the 80 period manually to actually get this information. Oh, yeah. Look at it. We reverted to exactly the 80 moving average. Who could have predicted this? Nice. Yeah, so from this mean reversion pivot here to where we've gone, everything is in line. And now we're just directly on the mean. We're going to get lateral trading as defined by it. So nothing too exciting today, guys. We just get in our nice mean reversion positions. Clean and simple. I had a request for SNT. I'll take a look at that as well. Ooh, a trend. Hey, this is going to be nice. Okay. That's defined by the 160 period. Looks like we actually broke that support already just by eyeballing it. Yeah, and that wave preempt crossed to the downside. That could have been a short opportunity. So now we need to load in 160, I said. Okay, this is going to be a very high risk position. Let me just say that right now. Okay. Oh, hold on. We're actually getting a longer term mean reversion based on previous overexpansion. Well, that's not good. Okay, let me put it like this. This is your support right now, the bottom edge of the 160 pin. Might bounce off it, but as soon as we go below it, mean reversion will be implied. Okay? So do be careful. It's clean, but not that clean. Be careful here, guys. I'm going to check XRP and XLM. This is just a very place of low volatility overhead. With this chart, I'm actually going to wait for a new trend to begin. We are trading directly on top of the relative most overexpanded period's mean. So I have no predictions here at all. Sorry. Do GBP USD and then XLM, and then I'm on my way. Yeah, you gotta define upward trend. Let's reset these to default periods. Oh gosh, that counted as a mean reversion. That's a nuisance. You know, this sliver of an expansion really makes for an odd range trading. Because we would have to define the trend like through a pitchfork. Sure, why not? Yeah, we actually had an upward break from the pitchfork. That's pretty interesting. Retested it here. Hindsight's 2020. I'll try the 1 hour, see if I see anything. But really, nothing too overwhelming here. I guess we just got a nice short entry signal here to the 14 moving average. So that's going to be really quick. That's going to like play out in maybe a half hour. If you want to scalp that, go ahead. But that's only going to be like 15 pips. Short-term short entry is available. Consider it. Sure, if you want to... Okay. It's going to be a pretty sad trade here. Actually, I guess for this relative overexpansion, no, that might be a little bit more significant. 35 pips. Sure. You can potentially do a short entry here with a stop loss with the local swing high. Sure, it's a 1.5 to 1 trade, but it could work out. Okay. I'm going to check Salt. Yeah, Salt broke out, didn't it? It's nice. Nope, never mind. I still don't find Salt interesting. Sorry. We don't have mean period volatility. I mean, sure, if you want to try to range trade this, go ahead, but there's no defined trend yet. Right? The reason is we're retracing back down to base values instead of finding support on the expanded periods. I'm sorry, I still don't find this chart particularly nice. Sure, it's probably going to break out without me, but it's not... I'm not a range trader, you know? I can tell you to draw a line here and draw a line here and buy here and sell here, right? Go ahead. That's not my trading style. Sure, it's probably going to do this, but if a trend does define itself, then I'll trade it. Hey, Pen, I already looked at SNT. Oh, BNB. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. BNB, BTC. Ooh, short-term mean reversion implied. Actually, not yet. Never mind. I actually have quite a bit of BNB. I might be taking some short-term profit here. Trade is treating me well, though. I should have bought more. 2020. How's volume doing? Doesn't tell me anything. I might be taking profit on BNB right now. As soon as this trade is over, I might sell it. Wow, that would put me out entirely on Bitcoin. Curious. Yeah, 200 period. Simple as that. I guess I'm taking profit. All right, I'm going to end the stream so I can cash out a BNB right now. So I will talk to you folks later. Check the comments one last time. Looks good to me. I'll see you folks. Have a good day.